What's going on, y'all? It's your boy SoSo, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of Fight Rewind. This time, we're previewing BKFC 62 going down June 21st at the Hollywood HardRock and Casino. And tonight on the program, we got the man, Cutman. What's going on, brother?
What's up, my brother? How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for joining us, brother. First of all, you have a very interesting career, man. Let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Man, you can find me at BKFC_the_Cutman.
And you're definitely the most famous Cutman that BKFC has, bro, because not only do you work for them on that side of the promotion, right, but you also are a legitimate fighter on their roster, man, in that bantamweight flyweight division. You got a fight coming up against Albert Incline. You know, he's 1-2 in BKFC. You're 3-1 in BKFC. You guys are both coming off a loss. How does that L motivate you to do even better in this next fight?
Well, I don't really consider that an L. I really consider that like a doctor stoppage, you know, because I did get hurt. You know, I'm still undefeated in the 125 division. So, you know, at 168, I fought at 168 when I hurt my shoulder. So I don't consider that a loss. Like I said, I'm undefeated in the 125 division, and I'm going to stay undefeated. So it don't really hurt me as much.
Awesome. And you know what? That's fair, bro, because like 168 is not even like your legit weight class, right? Like if we were talking about it a little bit, but your real legit weight class is the flyweight division. So imagine fighting, you know, for 5 rounds or trying to train for 5 rounds at 165 to 170 pounds when you're not really used to carrying that much weight. That's hard to do, man.
Yeah, man, I had to gain like 35 pounds for that fight. You know, it was like I was just eating and doing weights.
And eating in the worst times, right? Because like when you're trying to put on weight like that, you got to eat like at 2 in the morning. You got to wake up and eat at 6 in the morning. It's like 20 meals a day.
Bro, I was eating like 8, 9 meals a day. In between that, I was drinking milk, like protein shakes. It was crazy, bro.
Damn, dog. Well, good thing for this fight, you don't have to do that. You're going to be in your natural fucking environment, bro. But I'm interested in how you kind of change the game plan and saying, you know what, I have my profession locked in for life being a Cutman, right? Because you are the best Cutman that BKFC has, right? There's no doubt about it. But what made you say, you know what, I see what these guys are doing in here. Not only can I compete, I can dominate and get that belt.
Well, you know, I've always been a fighter first. You know, I've fought since I was 10 years old. I'm a Golden Glove champion, Silver Glove champion, you know, all the amateur stuff. I have over 35 amateur fights, you know, 1 pro boxing fight. And, you know, and I had to stop fighting because, you know, bills don't stop. So I stopped fighting and I became a Cutman, and I started working in every promotion, the Zone, Top Rank, PBC, you know, all those, Matchroom. And I was even in the corner with Floyd Mayweather once.
Wow,
so,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so you know, me as a Cutman, you know, I started with BKFC. I think it was BKFC 8 or 10, and you know, and I started with them as a driver, and then they figured out that I was a Cutman. They were like, "Yo, you're gonna be our Cutman." So ever since I became a Cutman, and then, you know, within the years, I was like, yo, I can do this. I've been trying to fight for a long time, and I was like, yo, let me fight. He's like, nah, you're going to be a Cutman. They thought I wasn't a fighter. And then I showed them my resume. They were like, hold on, you can fight? I'm like, yeah, let's go. I can fight. And then, you know, they gave me a chance back in December, and it's been a good 3 years now that I've been fighting for them.
Yeah, and you had a very active year in your BKFC career, man. You went out there, got 3-0 real quickly. And then you had that weird fight at that catchweight like we talked about. But I think that you've proved to the rest of the roster, right, that like if they step in the ring with you, they're going to have to come correct because you do have that background. I wanted to ask you, what did you most gain from that experience in being in Floyd Mayweather's corner? Because that dude's obviously a legend, and I'm sure the people he keep around him are perfectionists. And I'm wondering what you took away from that.
Man, just the experience was amazing. You know, just hearing how they corner him, hearing how they organize themselves. It was truly an amazing experience for sure.
That's awesome, dog. And I'm sure that to see that man put in work like that in person must have been super impressive.
Oh man, it was crazy. It was nice.
Awesome, bro. Let's talk a little bit about June 21st, man. When I talked to Albert, he has some choice words about how you came to be his opponent. He thinks that you don't really respect him in that flyweight division because you're coming down off a loss, and now you haven't really fought nobody to his caliber. What would you say to your fans and the people coming to see you fight on June 21st? Why you are gonna make an example out here on BKFC 62?
Listen, I really don't. I know he talks a lot of stuff, but I really don't. Whatever. I respect him as a person. He can talk all he wants, but just know that come June 21st, when he steps out of line, it's just gonna be me and him, and there ain't gonna be no shit talking. Ain't gonna be it's gonna be knuckles to knuckles. So whoever wants it most, that's who's gonna win.
Let me ask you this: for this week, for this training camp, being that you came off a heavier stance, right? I wonder how you dealt with getting back to your normal weight, and if you decided to go a little bit for the leaner, right, and stay at that 125, or are you looking to be a little bit stronger and pack on a little bit more muscle?
No, absolutely. I'm staying in that 125 division. I'm still gonna continue fighting in the 125 division. If a fight comes and 130, 135 comes, it is what it is. I'll go up to that weight, but for right now, I'm definitely standing in the 125 division. I think I perform better in the 125 division.
I like that, man. I agree, right? Because the record shows that you went 3-0 real quick, and you were in that top 10 ranking, right? Where people were like, man, G's like legit, and he's coming for that top 5. You know what I mean? We're gonna see the bantamweight championship that night. We're gonna see two other championship fights that night. So that means it's gonna be a packed house. You fought before at the Hard Rock, and usually it was early in the night, and now it's getting a little bit later in the night, and now a little bit later on the card. How does that amp you up, man, to know that you're putting on a performance in front of a packed house?
Man, it's gonna be good because like I'd rather fight in the beginning, get it over with. I don't like waiting, you know what I'm saying? But
The
it is what it
anxiety
is.
gets to you.
It's gonna be packed house. It's actually sold out, bro. All the tickets
It's
are sold out.
crazy.
It's got 3 title fights. I mean, I'm gonna put on a show for sure.
That's awesome, man. And you know what, bro? You mentioned it's a packed house, right? And you and I have been there for like the last 4 BKFC events, and every time, bro, you see the VIP get bought out, and then the next level bought out, and then the top level bought out, and then you see the dudes trying to scalp tickets outside the Hard Rock and the casino, right? And it's like, damn, bro, BKFC is really blowing up. Then we have a guy like Conor McGregor join the team, and all the movement were risen and going on, and it's like, yo, BKFC is really heading to the top. What makes that the most exciting for you? Is it the fact that you're going to be able to be, a potential champion in a company that's really growing in combat sports, or is it just being there and saying, you know what, I'm working for a great organization and I can't wait to get to the top of it?
Honestly, man, I fight for myself. I fight because I like it.
I love
You
that.
know what I'm saying? And working as a Cutman is just a job that I love to do as well. But yeah, man, it's amazing, being able to fight for an organization that's growing, that's gonna actually pass UFC eventually. And we have other organizations that are interested in, and it's amazing to be part of this journey.
For sure, bro. And even more exciting as a fighter, I'm guessing, bro, because like you're gonna be able to put your stamp in the history books, right? And say, yo, I came in, I worked, I grind from the bottom. I had to literally fight for my opportunity to get into the ring. And then once I get into the ring, like continue to do the business. What are your hopes for the rest of 2024? We know you got the regular job with the Cutman stuff, but how active are you looking to be for the rest of this year?
I'm trying to be as active as possible. I came off my last fight was in August. I sat down for a little bit to recover. I did get surgery. I did, recover now. I'm 100% ready, and I'm planning to be very active, man. I'm planning on doing, at least two to three more after June 21st, and then hopefully, if the opportunity for the belt comes, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not out there chasing it, but hey, I'm here to fight. I fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. Like I'm saying, like I'm here. I'm not here to prove nothing. I'm just here because I love to fight. And the day comes when anybody, I respect every fighter out there in the organization, but the day comes that you grab that line with me, it's just business, nothing personal.
I love that, man. And you know what? That's the professional way to think about it, right? Because you got to respect the person who's willing to get in there and really fight, right? And because it's bare knuckle. It's not like, some people think, bro, when they see it on TV, it's like, these dudes are just boxing, or some of these dudes are quitting. It's like, nah, man. Like the punches are really real. Everything that you hear and like feel from those punches is real, man. And I think that gives you a little bit of advantage, right? Because you've seen the worst of the worst cuts as a cut man. You've seen guys get bruised up, where they get bruised up. Do you ever think about that and be like, all right, I'm going to aim here, or I'm going to avoid trying to get hit this way or in this fashion to avoid getting bigger injuries?
I mean, I look at it as in if you get hit, it's because you made a mistake. And you can't make those mistakes in a bare knuckle fight, because any little mistake will cause your fight. And I've seen it happen plenty of times. The guy's winning and then he makes one little mistake. He put his hands down while he does this or that, and that can literally end the fight right there. So I try not to do any mistakes that I've seen people do. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to look at that and say, all right, I can't do this and that, next time, it helps a little bit, but you got to know what you're doing as well. You can't just be throwing hands just to throw hands, and you got to be very precise in this game.
Absolutely, bro. And you know what? I think that as a sport, that's what people are figuring out, right? Like you can't just, even though you could be tough, and you have to be tough to be in this sport, right? Like you can't just go in there guns a-blazing, because it's gonna be a quick night, right? And you're gonna do some real damage to yourself. So I think that the smarter fighter, always has an advantage. If you're a better boxer and have great head movement, that's always a great advantage. And you're one of those guys with that amateur background that can really put that combination all together in the ring. And I'm excited to see it on June 21st, bro. I have one last question for you, right? I like to always end it on a fun note, dog. You're a Florida boy, right? Representing Pahokee, right? That's where you stay at, right?
Pahokee, Florida, yeah.
Pahokee, Florida, dog. And we got some real dudes up there, right? We got some real dudes up there. So I'm wondering, what are you going to do to represent the people from your area for your fight, man? Are you going to play like a specific song? Are you wearing specific colors? Are you throwing your area code on the trunks? Like, what's the plan? Give me a little something.
Man, we got the whole towns coming in. We got shirts made. We got literally, they're coming to support. I literally got the whole town coming, man. It's gonna be awesome, crazy dog. In there, bro. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, bro. So we about to show the world that this is not a game.
Absolutely, bro. I'm dying to see a Cutman, a cutout of your head out there in the crowd, man. That shit gonna be live. You know what I'm saying? G, man, I appreciate you taking the time, bro. I know you're super busy with training and doing all the work that you do, brother, and I really do appreciate it, man. Let the people know once more where they can find you on social media.
Guys, you guys can find me at BKFC _the _Cutman. And I want to thank everybody for watching this. I want to thank my man here. He's doing a very good job interviewing all the fighters. I appreciate you, man. That's very good for them and their platform,
Absolutely, brother. I tried my best, man, because you guys have shown me a ton of love ever since I got my way into BKFC, brother. So I'm just trying to do my best to reciprocate it, man.
Problem, man. Thank you very much. I also want to thank my sponsors, Dynamic Wellness, Alcoholics. I want to thank Ranello Management. I want to thank BKFC staff, and also I want to thank D'Angelo VIP. They do like a car service.
That's what's up, man. They're going to have my dog rolling right that night for sure.
Yeah, man, for sure. 100%.
Let's go, man. Shout out to Nelson, too, man. Big ups to Nelson, man. That's a good dude right there. That's a good dude right there, man. G, man, thank you so much, brother. Looking forward to seeing you soon, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, brother. That's G the Cutman right there. It's going down June 21st. Go see that man fight, because he is one of the best fighters that they got on the roster right now. Trust me, you're not going to be disappointed, y'all. You guys know what to do. You got to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and hit that notification so you get notified when we drop hits like this. Peace.